I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. We sang the song last year.
Did we?
I don't remember. We probably did.
Wait, what's another American song we can sing?
She
She was an American girl. Raised
American woman.
There we go.
Put some fudge in me.
raised on Raisinets. So welcome to America's podcast. Last episode we were the official podcast of summer.
Yeah.
Now we're the official podcast of America.
Mm-hmm.
And in this episode we are trying a Canadian candy.
Woohoo!
Because this is Candy is Dandy, the Candy Review Podcast, an American subsidiary of the IRS. Definitely not the IRA.
Oh, you revealed too much.
Oh no! Greg? What is all that nitroglycerin you've got?
It's candy. Eat it.
Eat it in front of the king. So this is the world's only candy review podcast, where each episode we pick a different candy. We
Name our favorite forefather.
Yeah.
we pick our favorite group in Ireland.
Oh, yeah.
We give the history of the candy. We taste the candy. We review the candy. We play a candy game, and that is the episode. And
Fun fact, we destroyed all other candy podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we did.
In
We
combat.
stomped them out.
There are some who have tried to rise up, but you know what? You go against Muhammad Ali, and I bite your ear off.
That's not even. It's the same sport, and I'm surprised.
No, yeah, it is. I got close. It's the same guy. I sting like an ear biter. Float like Muhammad Ali. That's the same. So this is Daniel. Better get your earmuffs, Zafrin.
Ooh. This is Beto. I got my mouth guard in.
This is Greg. Ding, ding, ding. Gonzalez.
This is great. TKO before he gets in the ring. Greg.
Tripped on his glasses on the way here, and he has to go to the hospital.
Don King. So let's go straight to our top of the show.
Top of the show. Top of the show, you gentlemen.
It's good to hear that noise again. That noise. Your voices.
Yeah, that noise that's coming from your mouth.
There was a little confusion in the last one with that whole newsreel we played before the episode. But okay, we of course all remember when we tried Mojeskas.
Yes.
The signature treat of Louisville, Kentucky.
Pretty good.
In our connection episode.
Yeah.
So someone left a comment on our autopsy video on our YouTube channel, which you should all subscribe to. Yeah, how dare you?
We don't take notes.
Yeah, no notes. Only say mean things.
Yeah, we can't. We can't be intimidated unless Daniel said something wrong. Then let everyone know.
But he's never done that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would I have? Why would I be so stupid as to put my voice on the internet? So Beto, you should have known this. We've talked about this months ago, but you should have known this.
Our new segment, Beto, you should have known this.
This is a public dressing down of you. So apparently in the video game Project Zomboid.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Zomboid.
Which he's back. Project Zomboid was my plan to get him expelled from school.
By putting a gun in his backpack.
So Project Zomboid, which is a zombie survival game that I guess takes place in Louisville. Mojeskas in this game are food items you find around to regain health.
Ooh,
so I guess they're good for something.
Yeah, but to be fair, I never played Project Zomboid.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why don't you play Project Zomboid?
Yeah. You too busy to play Project Zomboid?
Too good for Project Zomboid?
Yeah.
Our new segment.
Yeah.
Why didn't you play Project Zomboid? This is going to be.
What were you doing that day that you could have been playing Project Zomboid?
In this investigative journalism podcast, why didn't Beto play Project Zomboid?
He ate Mojeskas. He plays video games. But how come he didn't play Project Zomboid? Yeah.
Oh,
huge fans of the game.
So much regret.
So much regret. You only have one life to live,
But then your afterlife, you're playing Project Zomboid.
Yeah, if you've done something right.
So, yeah, that's something that I thought was weird. Like, of all the candy we've never heard of before is that's how you stay alive in this.
I would imagine the developers or developer of that game is from
Louisville.
Yeah.
Well, it takes place. I mean, I would hope they would have done some research.
Yeah, totally.
Even if they weren't from Louisville, or if this was like, my dream is I someday want to create a Zomboid game about my hometown of Louisville, and Beto will play it. Certainly, Beto will play it.
The day it comes out, I know he's been waiting for it.
He'll be lined up in front of GameStop, which by now,
the strongest company in the world.
The most valuable Roaring Kitty says so. So now we are moving on to our next segment, which is Candy News.
Hello.
Oh no, the Australians are here.
Oh my God. Wait.
Oh man. Oh.
Wait, I'm still trying to decipher where he's from. There's two places he could be from.
You want some candy news?
Okay, I still don't know.
Yeah, no, this could be anywhere.
There's two places still he could be from.
I'll get a little candy news boy for you.
Oh, okay. This is getting close.
Yeah, I'm a little bit closer.
What do you call beer?
Beer.
Oh,
yeah.
You're British.
He's British. He's British.
Nice
for
and
sure.
warm beer.
Well, he could be Australian. I'm a little confused again.
Well, 2004 or what year is it? 2024. Australia doesn't have refrigerators yet, so there's still.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Do you prefer
Who's smoking the biggest cigar I've ever seen?
which franchise do you prefer, Mad Max or James Bond?
Neither.
Wow, he doesn't watch TV. He must be from Australia
Don't watch much telly.
because he has a full-time job, right? In like a mine.
Yeah, wait, is it a mine or a coal factory?
A factory.
Okay, he's British.
He's British. Okay.
Wait a minute. Who's your favorite Beatle?
The ones you can eat.
Okay, he's Australian.
He's
I knew he was
Australian.
Australian.
Okay. Yeah, he's an Aussie.
Wait a minute. What's
God save the Queen.
Yeah, she's all right.
Oh, he might be British.
how many of your family members were in prison?
I mean, most of them.
Okay, he's both.
Yeah, he's
He's
both.
a little
yeah.
bit of both.
He's on a raft between both countries right now.
They don't quite know what to do with him.
Yeah. Waiting for the wind to pick up and take him to one or the other.
So I got some candy news for you. I'm gonna just leave it
Let's
right
see.
here.
Wait a minute. What is this covered in?
Sorry, I work all day and don't have time to take a bath.
Okay, so
yeah, he's
is
British.
this covered? Is this Vegemite or is it jam? Paddington brand jam?
It's Vegemite flavored jam. How'd you know?
Okay, yeah, he's from Madagascar. I knew it. I thought so. It's a classic Madagascar guy that we've got here. Well, look, I've got this candy news. It tastes delicious, depending on where you're from.
Yeah, where you're from, of course.
So, of course, every candy news is titled, and it's really funny. Some interns.
Oh, yeah, the interns titled it.
The bad ones are titled by the interns.
No.
So we'll see who titled this one.
Yeah.
All right.
So this one's called Space, the Final Confectioneer.
Oh,
Yeah.
that intern did a
Interns
really
working
good
really
job.
hard. Yeah. Wow.
No. Hey guys, I still have ink on my hand. I have proof. Wait a minute, that's Vegemite. Yep. So
Our favorite intern, Daniel.
Yeah.
our favorite intern, Paddington Bear. Stay tuned. Maybe Paddington will show up in the next episode. Paddington in Peru. So astronomers have recently discovered a new planet 1,200 light years away from Earth called WASP 193b. White Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah, what the
heck? It's WAP. WAP 193b.
There's some stars in this house. Go ahead.
I don't know the lyrics.
All right.
Is that Vegemite? So it's wet with Vegemite. So this planet is 50% bigger than Jupiter.
What?
Wow.
However, it only has 1/10 of the mass because it, for some reason, has the density of cotton candy.
What?
For comparison,
I would like to eat it.
eater of worlds. For comparison, Earth's density is 5.5 grams per cubic centimeter. Jupiter's is 1.3.
How many cotton candies is that?
This
Yeah.
planet's is 0.059. Cotton candies is 0.05.
Wow.
So it's got pretty much the
barely.
density of cotton candy. They believe it's mostly made out of hydrogen and helium that created a huge atmosphere that could best be described without getting sued by Gabriel Iglesias as fluffy. It's the second lightest exoplanet found so far, but they don't really know why it's so fluffy. Belonging to a class of similar types of planets they refer to as super puffs.
Wow.
They hope to get to the bottom of it by studying it with the James Webb Telescope, promising it will be the Rosetta Stone to try and resolve the mystery of puffy Jupiters. Let us all hope that its sister planet doesn't actually get it wet and it all disappears and ruins the whole carnival. But late-breaking candy news. After I wrote this, the answer came in from NASA. They wrote straight to me.
You called it in?
It's got a massive, super hot core.
Me too.
That's why it's so. This planet's got a 6-pack, so that's why it's so puffy.
I've been doing a lot of bicycle crunches, and my core is also super hot right now.
We do usually describe you as the puffy Jupiter, but yeah, it's that's some candy
Crazy.
news from the beyond space, I guess. So I don't know how you feel about cotton candy wherever it is you're from.
If I had enough teeth for it, I'd eat more.
Okay, yeah, he's British again.
This poor guy, he mostly eats cotton.
Yeah, a lot of cotton in my diet.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, are you Canadian?
Oh, how'd you know?
Okay, I heard
should have
something.
guessed it.
Yeah, it was the politeness.
Yeah,
it was what really tipped me off.
I thought it was a scythe, but it's actually a hockey puck. It's too sharp. Or a hockey stick.
You don't know anything about the coolest game on earth. So, speaking of Canada, this episode is once again brought to us by Glenn Warren of the Seasons Eatings podcast, where in each episode he goes over the history of different holiday foods. You can go to seasonseatingspodcast.com or listen to it wherever you get your podcast. So he had sent me a ton of Canadian candy. So this is one of the Canadian candies he had sent.
Thanks, Glenn.
He is carrying this podcast.
He really is.
He is like, we are on the shoulders of giants.
Yeah.
I haven't paid for candy in months.
Wow.
Because I steal.
Everywhere I go, I take at
I
least.
can't stop. Please help me.
My wife cries every night.
Yeah.
It's me or Snickers.
Because there's so many pictures of him on so many drugstores around town, but not in my own home. So what we are doing today is the Caramilk.
Caramel.
Interesting.
Caramel.
So, I mean, needless to say, I don't think any of us has tried this. I've never had this before.
No.
Well, needless to say, it's got little bumps on it.
It
Feel
does.
It's
It's
got
a chocolate bar.
six-pack.
We'll
bumpy.
get into these bumps that you can
It's
feel.
got a 6-pack. Feel it. Put your
Oh
mouth
my
on
God, it's so hot like you.
it. Yeah, like me.
Well, I thought I was touching my tummy. Yeah.
No, you're touching Greg's tummy.
Yeah, you're touching my
that's
tummy.
your tummy?
Yeah, well,
Wow.
bicycle crunches.
Then why am I getting... Okay, so... that's why. Why do I have Vegemite all over me? So let's get into the history of this Caramilk. I'll tell you
Yeah.
everything about what this is and why you feel those bumps when you touch it. So as Gomez Adams would say, Caramilka.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And that's a wrap.
Oh my God.
Wow, what intern wrote that one?
Oh my God. I have to
God.
take a Bethel break and stand up and spit something out of my mouth.
Can't spit that out of your brain.
Yeah, it's okay if you flip your chair down.
You get one per season.
Which trash cans to throw up one?
The hallway.
The hallway, actually, yeah.
Oh, no, that's where I've been keeping my lunch. I thought that was our lunch trash can. So for those of us who continue to not be Canadian and don't know what a Caramilk is, they are chocolate bars with each little square filled with gooey caramel.
Oof,
That's all this is.
gooey.
Simple, but this is a beloved Canadian treat. So not to be confused with the Australian version, once again, of the same name, which is just white chocolate with caramel mixed into it. That's the Australian version. This one comes in the brown package you see here. The other one is kind of purple. Australians love their purple for some
Can't
reason.
wait to
Nice.
get to our
Rapper's Delight.
Rapper's Delight or
Or
Ain't
It
Right.
Ain't.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've got stuff to say about
I
this?
have a lot of things
Okay.
to say about this.
Well, don't make me throw up into the trash can. So both of these candies, though, the Australian one and this Canadian one, are made by Cadbury, where confusion in the marketplace is their greatest asset. So I don't know what they were thinking when they did that, when they made two.
The way that they make like a blockbuster movie and then they make like a knockoff that has like a
Right.
similar title with a similar
Olympus
cover.
Has Fallen and White House Down.
That's the one, yeah.
This is Armageddon and Deep Impact.
Yeah, Sad Max.
Yes, Sad Max. Disgruntled Fred. The hit new movie from England. So, in terms of the history of these things, there isn't really much
Yeah,
to
I would
say.
imagine.
They were released in 1968 and are made at the Gladstone Chocolate Factory in Toronto, where they plop out 700,000 bars
Whoa.
a day to
Oh,
satisfy
what?
the Canadian need to eat 33 million of these a year.
There's a line at the end of the assembly line
Oh my God.
To buy them.
to buy them prepackaged.
Because this is, I mean, kind of like the Hershey bar of
Oh,
Canada. Like
okay.
this is kind of, it has stuff in it, but this is kind of like chocolate to them. Like this is their standard kind of chocolate, from what I can gather.
To them, like chocolate to them. To those monsters.
To these idiots, they think this tastes good.
To those wild animals who live on the other side of the border. This is like chocolate to them.
In that beautiful country.
Yeah. They would eat this as if it was chocolate.
See, back in their day in Canada, they got hit in the head a lot of times with hockey pucks. So they get a little confused. So one particular group in Canada that loves them are the Halloween fanatics in Quebec. They are particularly popular in Quebec.
Really?
Over the years, they've done dark chocolate kinds with maple inside, of course. Chocolate inside, cappuccino, Caramilk thick, Caramilk rolls, which are basically Rolos, and also Caramilk eggs they have made.
Caramilk eggs.
Now, these are the two big interesting things about this. The first is the perpetual argument that it seems everyone not in America has. Is this a candy bar or is this a chocolate bar? It seems it was being referred to as a chocolate bar because it's a bar of chocolate.
Yeah,
so that's how it was being referred. But it actually must be labeled as a candy bar because in Canada, only solid pieces of just chocolate can be considered a chocolate bar.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah, but we argued that, didn't we?
I think so. I think that's where we came down on it. We always side with the Canadian government.
Every single time. The crown. God save the crown.
The handsome crown.
Yeah.
But a computer tracked down to Canada's Department of National Defense.
With his computers.
I know.
This computer edited the Wikipedia page of these to change it from chocolate bar to candy bar.
Wow.
To make sure that they were properly labeled. So the obsession with this debate continues. But the other thing that this candy bar is known for, kind of like how for Crunchy, the recipe was a big part of the story.
Yeah.
An advertising campaign, they started hyping up the secret of how they get the caramel inside the bar. So this is kind of the big thing about caramel, because you'll see, you feel the humps.
Yeah.
Greg, stop touching your stomach.
The lovely lady humps?
Yeah.
Check it out.
The lovely Canadian humps.
Yeah.
So you'll see it as these humps. That's where the caramel is stored. Those are the egg sacs. So with a lot of candies,
one of them has spiders in it.
That's the Caramilk surprise. So that's on Halloween only. So with a lot of candies, they just pour the caramel into the mold and then chocolate is poured over it. But by doing that, there wouldn't be a hump like this that you feel. Another possibility is that they pour it all in together with a small pipe pumping caramel inside of a larger pipe pumping in the chocolate, but that seems ridiculous to do. The other method could be that they use this enzyme called, I think I'm pronouncing it, invertase. It's pronounced invertase, that turns solids into liquids after a few days. So with this method, they put a solid chunk of caramel in and then cover that in chocolate, and then the caramel gooifies in the packaging a few days later, allowing for both the hump and the goo to be inside of it.
I think we should put a patent on the word gooify.
I'm no scientist, but couldn't you just freeze caramel?
Yeah.
And then...
But then you don't have to enzyme it. Would disturb the integrity of the caramel.
Okay.
It might unfreeze in a unpleasant texture.
Is there like a number they gooify it at?
Yeah, what's your Goofy index?
Yeah.
We need to fact check this.
These humps are going to make me goofy.
I feel like if they use that enzyme, wouldn't they have to list it as an ingredient, and therefore we can X that theory?
Well, this is a big secret though, because I don't know if they would, because a lot of candies do this, but like our cherry cordials, that's how they got the
really?
Goo. This is a common thing that candies do.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like this is, an experimental new thing that they're doing, but still the advertising hyped all this up. Which of these ways did it? One guy online wanted science to prove a definitive answer, so he ran a Caramilk through an MRI machine to solve the mystery once and for all.
Yeah, get him.
It showed that the bottom chocolate cooled at a different rate than the top, which suggests that the first layer goes in, then it cools, then comes caramel, then the top layer. But if that's the case, then how do you explain the humps? You can't get the humps that way.
Oh, right.
Okay, all right.
So the domes must be formed over a hard surface, which suggests the invertase, or however it's pronounced.
Yeah.
But then how do you explain these different cooling rates? So it actually, with science, there was no answer still of how they did it. The culmination of this whole mystery was a special contest that they ran for the first time in 2010. 10 golden keys were hidden inside Caramilk bars wrapped across Canada. If you were one of these lucky 10 people, you got a 25-year supply of caramel, but you also got a chance at something much more, my child. you were given a trip to Toronto.
Wow.
My dream?
Oh, are we going to Disneyland? No, Toronto. Yeah! So this
I'll get my galoshes.
Can I go to Wayne Gretzky's restaurant? You were taken to Toronto, where you were taken to the Caramilk factory, and you were allowed to attempt to use your key to open the vault containing the secret of how they get the caramel inside. So only one of these 10 keys would actually open the vault. If your key worked, you won $125,000 Canadian.
It's like $16.
You can't even buy one caramel. But there was even more. Caramilk had to test your dedication.
What?
So now Caramilk, they wanted to also test your willpower.
Oh my God.
They put you in a saw trap.
Yeah.
They keep your eyes
Buried inside your friend is a Cadbury.
You get to keep this money, sure. But inside this vault was a sealed envelope that contained the secret of how they get the caramel inside. The person whose key worked, known now as the protector of the Caramilk secret, had to take possession of this sealed envelope containing the secret for 6 months. If, after 6 months, they returned the envelope unopened and unharmed, they would get an additional $125,000 Canadian.
Nice.
So you would double your earning, and you can see your family again. So the protector ended
Remember
up...
the sun? You can see the sun again.
The protector ended up being a woman named Lisa Landry, straight out of a Canadian metropolis. Lisa Landry.
Got it.
Lois Lane.
Yeah, no, I know what you're going for.
It's kind of like he's not so much a Superman, it's kind of like an okay guy. He's the Canadian version, okay guy. So Lisa Landry immediately put the envelope in a safety deposit box so that she wouldn't be tempted and nobody would steal it. She said there was no way I was letting that secret get out. Not only because I'd lose out on $250,000, but because I felt a sense of duty to Canadians.
Oh, what?
The finest Canadian hero since Tim Horton. They did this contest again in 2011, that time with the introduction of a secret squad who were trained to protect the secret, who I guess you had to kill before opening the vault. I don't know.
They were formerly a death squad in another country where they needed a death squad.
Some of them went to NASA. Some of them went to the secret squad of Caramel. Now, Nazis are here.
No,
Early
we
in
did
this
it.
episode, we did it. So now I don't know if they're still doing this contest, but I do know that if any of us got ourselves in that vault, I would somehow shut the door behind us, and we've been stuck in there for a millennium.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know what I would do. I mean, I would do everything I could to not open it so I could get more money.
Immediately open.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
and share with the world.
Sell it to Hershey.
Yeah, exactly.
I would-
eBay.
I would get
Yeah,
confused by the whole prospect and eat it thinking that was the candy.
Is this 25 years of caramel compressed into a piece of paper?
And then they would have given me all the money for keeping the secret, but I didn't even know that I did anything
So you got
good.
to win. It's a win-win for you.
Yeah.
You got $250,000 Canadian, and you got to eat paper.
I get to and not get in trouble.
All right, so now let's get to the actual candy. So let's do our Rapper's Delight or It Ain't Right segment. So Greg, what is your thought? What I noticed on this is that it has a key in the A.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the secret of where the vault is.
And then the little question mark
Keyhole,
makes
I mean.
sense now.
Yeah.
On the little chocolate. See,
Oh
in
my
the-
God, I didn't even notice
because
that.
it's a secret.
That's
Oh.
true.
Wow, that's really clever.
Yeah.
They're really leaning into this. It's
Yeah.
Invertas,
And yeah, we all know it's Invertast now.
however it's pronounced.
The lettering is perfect. The
Okay, so
shading.
you like this.
Oh, I love it. It's so
Okay.
elegant. I love the Gothic lettering. The color scheme is elegant as fudge.
Yeah.
I love everything about it. It looks like a title card for an old movie.
You know what? It does.
Yeah,
It does.
This is elegant. I like it. The
Yeah.
bumps are nice. Too.
so for
really
you.
nice.
Oh, that's your stomach again. So for you, it is a Rapper's Delight.
Huge Rapper's
You know,
Delight.
I was on the fence, but Greg sold me to it. I'm Rapper's Delight on this also because it does really look like the Thin Man presents
Yeah, exactly.
Caramilk.
Yeah. Nick and Nora are back in Caramilk.
But the more I look at it, like I didn't notice the question mark
Yeah.
and the keyhole. Like it kind of it's like an I Spy almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. A lot of attention to detail here.
The gold really pops.
Yeah.
Too.
It is kind of old, but I mean, like we just said, that's a good. It is kind of it's got Rolo energy.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but it's got Rolo symphony energy too.
Yeah.
It's got BRE.
Big Rolo energy?
Yeah, okay. That's all right. Yeah.
I'm just making sure before we moved on.
Big round edibles.
What do you say, Beto?
I say it's a rapper's delight. I really like it.
It is elegant.
Yeah.
It's shiny.
It is refined. It's a refined wrapper.
And you just want to touch it,
You
man.
do,
I know that's
yeah.
more the chocolate than the wrapper,
But
but,
it's
damn.
Oh, that's the
Judge
wrapper. That's the secret. It's like those shirts that have six packs painted on them.
They got a bunch of pervs
Yeah.
touching chocolate. That's how they do it.
This is for sure an HR call if I keep
Oh,
playing
yeah.
with this thing.
HR is also in the trash can. Okay, so let's try our Caramilk. And I like the size of this.
Yeah. It's a good size.
It's a really good size.
a good non-American size.
Standard opening, pretty easy to open.
Oh, when opening it broke.
Oh,
2
no.
tablets.
Mine broke in half.
Mine
when I-
already broke and it spilled everywhere.
It's a little gooey.
Yeah.
It's very gooey.
It's a controlled goo.
It is a controlled. It doesn't have the question marks on it, which I was kind of
Oh,
hoping.
Yeah,
we can
I know.
sue.
Oh, finally we can sue some.
To the Canadian government.
Oh, sorry. You would have a airtight case, but you're American.
We don't take any lawsuits from Americans seriously.
It smells pretty good. Like it's it's
yeah.
divided
Oh, wow.
like a what kind of bar does this? Hershey's kind of does this.
Yeah, they
divided.
come in like
Yeah.
tablets or whatever.
It smells like your Cadbury chocolate. It's sticky on the bottom. Might be Vegemite.
Like me, yeah.
Oh my God, I
Begin
figured it
bottom.
out.
What?
They make the humps first.
What? And they like put it on like Darth Vader's
Yep.
helmet.
And then that's why there's 2 cooling rates, because the bottom chocolate is a bar that they put the humps in.
Whoa, that's
I got
pretty
you,
clever.
Canada.
Yeah.
I got you.
Whoa. But then how do they contain the caramel in it before they can put the lid on from spilling
Because
out?
they
No.
It
They,
comes
they
down
complete
first.
the whole hump. The whole hump is completed, and then a whole hump is put onto a bar of chocolate.
But then how do
Wait,
they...
what if they put the humps down, fully formed, use it as a bowl to put the
Oh
caramel
my
in, and then put the
God.
top on?
I like that too.
And then the top is actually the bottom, and they flip it.
I like
That's
that.
a
That's
really-
better. That's better.
This is a good combo.
so
Yeah.
so chocolate bowl filled with caramel.
yeah.
Closed
Seal
lid
it
layer.
up, flip.
Boom, we got him.
Call Canada right
Where's
now.
Mr. Trudeau? Mr.
We
Trudeau?
got you.
You know what I like. And it's healthcare, baby.
It's hockey, baby.
Oh, we got him so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got those Canadians.
We got you, bitch. We got you.
Hey. Okay, so let's actually try this thing.
Because it's melting in my fingers.
I'm going to break off just one square. It does smell really good, very sticky. Let's see how gooey a Caramilk is.
And this is just caramel. It's not like some type of special caramel.
Just caramel.
Wow, it's a very mild caramel. Almost not there.
No.
It's just chocolate with chewy.
Yeah, it's mostly chocolate.
Where's the taste of the caramel?
I'm getting the taste of caramel. I'm just not
Okay,
getting
a little
like the,
later.
I'm not getting like the
It's nothing to write home about.
Yeah, the feel isn't there.
It's a very rich chocolate, though.
But you guys aren't big, or you're big on caramel. You're not big on caramel.
I don't like caramel.
Or is it like a taste thing or a texture thing? Like you don't like a glob of it?
It's both.
Okay.
And I also hate Canadians. But the caramel that I like is the kind that were in the Ghirardelli squares. That was more liquidy. This is stickier.
Yeah.
So this is the kind I don't like. This is more like a Snickers caramel.
Yeah, it's approaching Rolo. The
Yeah.
Rolo chewiness.
You're right.
Not bad.
No, it's very good.
Yeah. Chocolate's kind of dry.
It's fine. It's not.
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel. It's fine.
It's kind of waxy, too, the chocolate.
Yeah, that's why it's putting me off.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this should have been kept in the vault.
Yeah. I'm going to say she should have got the 100. And,
Sell this to whoever
Yeah.
will buy it because it is not getting any better than that.
yeah. Maybe they'll make it better once they know how to do it.
Once we teach them the real way. Mr. Trudeau, put Mr. Caramilk on the phone.
Oh, and a message from the Big Bopper.
You know what I like.
It just kind of falls flat on the caramel front, on the chocolate front.
It does. It's flat. It's definitely flat. Like chocolate's better chocolate than the caramel is at being caramel.
Yeah.
Well, oh, yeah. That flavor is hardly there. You do notice it at the very end.
I
but-
really do
It
need
really is just a texture.
I really do need a third thing.
Yeah.
Like
it's
having
boring.
a third texture. I need a third texture. Like the chocolate is the cream layer, the caramel is the sweet sticky, but I need like a peanut shred or like a cashew or an almond or a coconut flake.
Say a nerd's
A
gummy
little
cluster.
cigarette in there.
They haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
don't know how to insert that in there.
You're
Right. Well, it'll mess the hump up.
So you flip it on its side now.
Yeah. You let gravity be the daddy.
Yeah, you have to make these on a puffy Jupiter.
Yeah. Well, what you do is you put peanut shreds inside of the caramel, mix it around, then dump it into the egg.
And you have to do it while a hippopotamus is watching. Otherwise, it won't set right.
I wrote a weird thing down, and it's kind of unrelated to what we're talking about. But you talked about Caramilk eggs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that. I think.
What about Caramilk eggs Benedict? But instead of an English muffin, it's a silver dollar pancake.
That would be good, actually. Greg's had 2 good ideas today.
He's on fire.
This is something.
I got hit in the head really hard earlier.
I like
And I
it.
think that I'm spitting up good. I have another half hour of good ideas before I take a nap and never wake up.
So if they make
Let's milk this. Let's caramel this.
if they make Caramilk eggs and they make Cadbury eggs with caramel, what?
Yeah, you're
that's
right.
a good. That's
What's
a good
the difference?
We will have that. Will be a sugar showdown.
Sugar
I guess the
showdown.
chocolate's better.
Maybe.
In the egg.
The big thing with the Cadbury creme egg was the chocolate. I mean, I loved it all, but the
Yeah.
chocolate was
The chocolate was phenomenal.
superb.
Yeah.
It was.
better than this,
Oh,
even though
this
it's
is
the same
this is
company.
garbage chocolate. Yeah, what?
Yeah, it's
Why aren't
garbage
they
chocolate.
using their quality
I'm
top of the
wondering-
line chocolate to do
This
this?
is the same thing with Crunchy and the Crunchy Rocks. Why was the Crunchy chocolate so good, but the Crunchy Rocks chocolate not as like why? Yeah, why aren't they going? Use your A game.
Yeah, is it different suppliers and it's just a matter of
Maybe in Canada.
yeah.
It does say prepared in Canada on the back, so we should have known.
It's just kind of boring.
It's kind of boring. It needs
Yeah.
a third thing.
Yeah,
It's boring. It is boring.
just
so
boring.
again, these were given by Glenn Warren of the Seasons Eating
Thanks,
Podcast.
Glenn.
thank you.
Listen to it, seasonseatingspodcast.com. You will like it if you like this. So let's write down our ratings. Let's
Okay.
write it out of 0 to 5 cavities, 5 being the greatest. We'll write it down so we do not influence each other on this.
I'm gonna keep it simple.
0.
Another candy is dandy first. 2 zeros.
Let's see how many weeks in a row he can go.
I just don't feel like drawing any other shape.
Beto,
You see, he's got arthritis right now.
Beto, it's your favorite candy. Wake up. 0. I shan't be looking at it. I only eat vegetables now.
Cabbage is dandy.
Cabbage is dabbage.
All right, I'm locked in.
I'm locked in. I'm ready
You're
to
locked
roll,
in, Greg?
baby.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
So let's start with to the left of me, which is you, Greg. What would you give a caramilk?
Caramilk. It's totally fine. The chocolate's, it's kind of the waxy chocolate, which I'm not crazy about, but it's edible. I ate all of it. I don't know if you guys
Oh wow,
did.
no,
but
I just ate half.
I had to stop myself because I was finding I could keep going.
yeah, I just kept eating it. The caramel's fine. Like,
Right, Beto? We can keep eating it. Your noises suggest that you agree.
unlike you, I don't like the more liquidy caramel. I like this
really?
consistency of caramel, and I do like caramel a lot.
You like sticky things.
I like sticky things. I like my hands get sticky. I shake someone's hand. I'm on an interview, a job interview or something.
Yeah.
And someone tells me to go. I go to a museum. I touch all the stuff.
Yeah.
Your favorite thing to do on a hot summer day is walk around with blow pops in your fist, like just
Like
clench.
Wolverine claws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they still hurt coming out?
I just always have like bubble gum in my hand for some reason, like pre-chewed bubble gum. The caramel's good. Like I was saying to you guys, like I really do need a third thing, and this made me long for a third thing. It's not fair to put that on any candy to be like, I wish this was this, I wish it was that. That's not really fair.
But it is lacking. It didn't try hard enough.
Yeah, it feels like this could have been better if they added a third element. So it's yeah, you're right. It's lacking. It's missing something. There's something here that it's boring.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm giving this a 2.
Oh,
Okay.
It had enough elements that are good. It's just like it's just not my thing. I need a third thing.
okay. What about you, Beto?
I wholeheartedly echo that this is just boring.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of poor quality chocolate that's waxy.
That's weird.
It had a little like creaminess to it,
Yeah.
but the flavor wasn't really there. I also like caramel, but this was like stuck in between like luscious and chewy. So it had like an identity crisis.
Yeah.
It didn't really taste like caramel. You got some elements at the
It
end
also,
there.
for something called Caramilk,
Yeah.
it kind of was not a lot of caramel.
No.
Yeah, so which like raised the question like, is it a special caramel?
Yeah.
It's
Or is it
Invertest.
just straight up? Yeah. It was just boring, but if you're into like super junky, you might give it a higher.
It's high-end junk.
Yeah, it's a high-end junk. I think I give it a fair score. It is a 1.
Okay.
1. Okay.
That's respectable.
It's not offensive. It's just boring and bland.
Man, we are just describing Canada all left and right. I agree with everything that's been said. It's boring. Not like the chocolate was kind of Hershey level chocolate, really.
To mean like kind of poor, right?
Yeah. Like the best chocolate in the world.
Yeah, I like Hershey though. But
I
this
like
isn't
Hershey too.
This
You
is
think
like,
this was worse than Hershey?
Yeah, I don't think it's,
yeah.
Really?
Really?
Hershey's is good.
Hershey has a little more flavor than this.
Oh, okay.
Hershey's just as waxy.
Canadians are not going to like this.
But I think Hershey has a little more flavor than this specific Cadbury chocolate because we've had
Good Cadbury
really
chocolate. We've
excellent
had Flake
Cadbury
before.
chocolate. Yeah.
I don't know what the I don't know what the again, the Canadians consider this candy. Yeah, it's just boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Straight
don't
up.
like caramel. I do like chocolate, so that's kind of competing with my score.
Yeah.
I gave it a 1.2.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I will say for someone who doesn't like caramel, this would be the caramel you would eat because this is like almost invisible caramel.
It was invisible. It was
It's caramel in name only.
yeah, it really was, it's like blending vegetables into my
my
smoothie
V8.
or whatever.
Yeah.
If like I had to take caramel for some vitamin deficiency, like okay, I'll eat a Caramilk bar because it's good for me. But it was. But like I don't even want that. Like it was just so sticky. Like my hands are also sticky right now from eating that. I don't want that.
And beyond the novelty of how do they make it, there's the market is flooded with chocolate caramel.
Yeah.
And there's way better options out there.
That's probably why they had to go with like, well, maybe people will wonder how we make them.
Yeah.
Because they're certainly not wondering how we taste.
Just thinking about the variety of See's candies when it comes to chocolate and caramels, they have so many different concoctions that are so much more interesting than this sort of, square tablet. So
It really comes down to this is a boring candy.
Yeah.
And we should have known from the wrapper. We should have known.
Well, what are you trying to tell me?
It's old fashioned. Like this feels like if they sold these as just the individual squares, like loose in a, these could be almost like individually wrapped like Hershey's Kisses. They're just kind of boring.
Oh yeah, totally. Super boring, and we figured out how they make them in like less than an hour. I mean, come on.
Or if that's not how they make them, they should start making them.
Tell me I'm wrong. I dare you.
I dare you.
The silence.
Look me in the eyes.
The silence from the Caramilk company is damning. It speaks so much more volumes louder than them telling us we're wrong.
Nice try. You got a nice try.
Yeah.
You had a good run.
I hope you enjoyed your secret lasted.
Secret's out. We just outed you on live podcast. So would you be excited to get this Halloween appling or during Halloween, Greg?
I wouldn't be excited. I would accept, again, like a boring answer. I would accept it. It's fine. I'll eat it eventually. But I wouldn't be like, oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
garçon.
Yeah, and I put my cigarette down and I take the candy. I'd accept it, but I wouldn't be like wild about it. I wouldn't be like Tex Avery Wolf.
Okay. What about you?
I put my candy down, pick up your cigarette.
Oh,
I just let the chain continue.
Man, is there caramel in that cigarette?
Dude, careful, the cigarette's also sticky.
I mean, it'd be like, oh, okay, I guess. I wouldn't like throw it out of the bag or anything. But it's not like a crunchy,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not vomiting. I don't think I would be excited to get this on Halloween. Like, this really is on the level of like a Heath bar or something for me. Like, I just would not be excited at all to get this. No, I don't want it. Okay. Get it out of my sack. Get it out of my sack. So,
I can help with that.
Before we
that's a Daniel shirt is actually coming back in.
That sold out. Not listeners of ours, just a sort of a different demographic.
Yeah, the Venice Beach crowd.
Yeah, they
bought
love
that
it.
shirt.
They really like it. There's also it has Bart Simpson playing a kazoo for some reason, and he's got dreadlocks.
He's peeing on the Kelvin that's peeing on a Toyota or something.
Get it out of my sack so I could stuff it full of cornflakes. That's it's a pair shirt.
Oh,
it's a husband-wife. Yeah, it's a husband-wife pair shirt.
I'm with Cornflake. Get him out of my sack. So now before our game, we have our pre-game plug.
Oh man, this beer was mostly caramel.
Wait a minute. How do they get the beer in the can?
Yeah. How do they get the beer in
you
the
know,
can?
honestly, how do they?
The can is sealed.
Yeah, how do
What
they get?
the hell?
Maybe they put a mist in it, and then it gets into the cracks,
Oh.
and then it like solidify. It
I
like
like that.
They chip it off the beer iceberg that's floating around
Very
northern
right.
Canada.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
pretty smart. I think we figured it out.
Yeah, we figured it out.
We figured it out.
Let me just close this vault. Oh my God. I locked us in and we have 3 minutes of oxygen.
Guys, in an escape room, but like,
But if we lose,
we really lose.
So again, I'm going to ask people support us on Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/candy is dandy. By signing up, you're supporting the show to keep it going, helping pay for this candy that we didn't pay for this week, and help us reinvest in the show to make the show bigger and get better for you every
That'd be
single
awesome.
dollar.
Single
At the $1 level, you're just supporting. At the $3 level, you get a customized drawing made for you by our local artist Kevin Smith. Not that one, of you or your pet or whoever you want as your favorite candy. They're really good. They look really good.
Yeah, I'm a fan of every one of them that came out.
And it's helpful to keep us going. And if we get enough of you, we will start doing, I swear to God, we'll do the bonus episodes of the same show, but we'll do cookies instead. So that is patreon.com/candy is dandy. Game time.
Game time.
It's game time. So
Huddle.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to deny COVID, and you're going to help JFK, RFK Jr. run for president.
Go team.
Is that the same sport?
Yeah, that's the same
That's
sport.
the same sport.
I'm going to use all of the COVID funds to funnel money into a to a death squad in a Latin American country.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, you Beto, you're going to murder someone in Brentwood.
Yeah, got it. I know just the gloves.
It'll be fine. You won't be punished.
Extra small.
Just don't go to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So school has just gotten out for summer. So you know what that means. Not just that Greg isn't allowed at the public pool for a few months.
Oh.
Let me cook.
That's what Greg calls meeting kids.
That's my shirt.
That's also a couple shirt. His says "Let me cook," and the kid's shirt says "Please help me." So it's time to play another game from my sister's first grade class. This time it's Kids Joke the Darndest Things, or whatever we called it. So this is the one where my sister had her students write jokes about candy. Melissa wrote down the setups on one piece of paper, punchlines on another. They're sealed, so we have to try to guess what the punchlines are and also judge whether or not a first grader is funny. So we have to remember now to get ourselves in the mindset of first graders.
Funny first graders.
Funny first graders.
Chickens.
Crossing roads. Poo-poo. Pee-pee. Diarrhea.
Things that die because they're dumb.
Flying into space.
Yeah, flying into space. Gravity is no such thing.
Melting.
Yeah.
I have so much hope for the world. O.J. Simpson. Brentwood. These are things first graders learn and think about.
They love it.
So let's get our first punchline here.
Okay.
I mean, not punchline. How do jokes work?
I don't know.
So
are they stories? Are they like long anecdotes?
So like humorous one-man shows?
Yeah.
So here's the setup. Why did the lollipop go to the candy store?
Because it was stupid.
Because it was.
Oh yeah, that is a. See, I was thinking something like he wanted to get his licks in or something.
I'm gonna say something like he wants to eat his friends.
Because he's a dum-dum.
Whoa!
That's good. He's a dum-dum. He wanted to see his friends.
He wants to eat his friends.
He wants to eat his friends. I say he wants to get his licks in.
Okay.
Whatever that means. So it can have babies. This is the right. Yeah, that's the right one. Why did the lollipop go to the store?
So it can meet another lollipop, procreate, and thus create more lollipops.
Oh, I was thinking the lollipop was pregnant. It was like, give me to a candy store. And then like the second it walks in, like, my Caramilk broke. And just like dum-dums all over the floor.
Sell my babies.
Sell them. Sell.
I can't raise him. The father, I don't know where he went.
Is this a safe drop zone?
You said he went to go fight in the war. There is no war.
Okay, that one was crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe this kid just learned about babies, where babies come from.
Mm-hmm.
So
lollipops.
The candy store, duh. So the second setup. Why did the candy cane cross the road?
Because it was stupid.
Because it owed the road money.
I'm going to say it was running away from Santa.
Okay.
I'm going to say to get to the car.
Okay.
Get to the car. Santa's car?
To get to Santa's car.
And what kind of car is that?
Yeah. Is it a sleigh? Is it a Toyota sleigh?
Okay, so to get to Santa's car.
Yeah.
Because he owed the road money.
Because the other one, my mind, what was mine?
Santa.
Mine was to
Santa.
run away from Santa.
Okay.
That's my guess. Okay, so the answer for this, he wanted to get melted.
You know what? The last one about road was about melting.
Yeah.
And my gut said, say something about melting.
And you know what? These are different kids. So there's something about kids that associate roads with melting. They must have watched Fury Road.
They must have watched
Yeah.
Fury
Oh,
Road.
yeah. My sister shows all of her first graders Fury Road day one.
That's a good curriculum.
She's trying to get them to turn into the kids from Thunderdome. And she said that I show all the Mad Max movies.
We're going to go through all Mad Maxes and then all Saw movies this semester.
That's why all kids get boomerangs.
All right, so the next setup we have, why did the candy go walking?
to eat the melted chocolate on the road.
Yeah.
Are these kids doing this together?
I think they're doing it individually, and then they tell the
Oh.
class.
I think they were like sitting next to each other giggling.
I'm sure there's some.
Yeah.
I'll have a word with my sister that these kids are cheating.
This is actually like the detention punishment is having to write these.
Any kid who writes anything about roads or melting gets expelled.
Yeah, gets expelled.
New rule.
Yeah.
2025.
You have to sit outside and watch all the other better kids learn when you sit outside and write jokes for this podcast.
all the comedy writers. in there.
Yeah. The Simpsons writers' room. Can you repeat it?
Why did the candy go walking? Yours was
to eat the melted candy
eat them out. I'm gonna
or
say
chocolate or whatever it was last time.
I'm gonna say because it needed a candy cane.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say
Which
to
means
get
it's wrong.
Skinny.
Yeah.
To get skinny.
To get skinny.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, because it was too many calories.
How many calories? Does it want to be low
But
fat?
do kids know about calories?
It walked its mom. Why did the candy go walking? It walked its mom.
To walk its mom, because its mom is like a dog. A female
sure?
dog.
Are you,
Damn,
This kid has a lot of repressed emotions.
wow, this
Okay,
kid's got something to say and no vehicle.
Why did the candy go walking? It walked its mom. That's kind of sweet. Like its mom needed
Yeah.
to go on a walk.
Are you
and
sure it's
helping
not
it out.
because it walked its wow? Are you holding it upside down?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Wow, Steve, they walk T. Oh, this kid's an Ewok.
He likes Twin Peaks. He likes
Oh yeah,
the
my
Red
sister
Room.
also shows him that. Okay, it walked its mom. That's sweet. That's a sweet thing
Yeah,
for a candy
good
to do.
kid.
Take its mom for
Yeah.
a walk.
That's a good kid.
Yeah, they held hands. It was a
held
nice
hands.
stroll
And
through
then
the park.
The kid ate its mom. Okay, so the next setup. On what day do monsters eat candy? Okay, so this feels like it's going to have a real punchline.
Yeah.
On what day do monsters eat candy?
candy?
Scream Day. Scream. What's Candy's monster's favorite candy? Band?
like Scared Day,
Yeah, something like that. I'm
Boo
thinking,
Day.
or maybe it's like a holiday.
Monday.
Christmas Scream.
Tuesday.
On what
Ice
day do
cream
monsters eat candy? We're
Sunday?
waltzing right. It's right in front of our eyes.
Yeah,
I'm going to say Halloween.
I'm gonna say Halloween too. I was trying to think of Ice Cream Sunday, but that's ice cream.
Hold on. Thursday.
Thursday.
Friday.
Arbor
He's watching The Godfather right now.
Fright Day.
Oh,
Okay,
could
that's
be.
really good. Okay, what comes after Thursday though?
Saturday.
Tuesday.
Monday,
Thursday.
Tuesday. Okay, so
Sunday.
on what day do monsters eat candy? It's Candy Day. Of
Damn,
course.
he got us good.
Of course it's on Candy Day. This was a the
Good
doctor
kid.
was a woman.
Yeah.
It was right in front of our noses. It was
Good
on Candy
kid.
Day. Okay, so the final setup we have here. Why did the candy cross the street?
To melt.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
It wanted to
Something with melting.
I'm going to say it was afraid of melting.
To eat the melted candy.
There's something about kids, maybe like they see melted things on the street all the
and
time.
they
Like,
think
what are
it's
kids
funny?
see? Or they're scared of it.
I would have.
They're processing this fear through jokes.
I'm gonna
That's how
say
humor works.
so it wouldn't melt.
Yeah, I'm gonna say to so it wouldn't melt.
I'm gonna say two melts.
Two melt.
Something with melting.
Two melts
Okay,
or
so
not to
two
melt?
no melts and one melt.
Yeah.
Shake too.
Can I get it on wheat?
Also a cherry coke. Also.
Yeah.
Was it a candy or a chocolate?
Just candy.
Okay. To chocolate melt.
Oh,
Melt.
interesting.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll just 1 year old. I mean,
And to tuna melt.
one first grader.
To go hang upside down on the bench. Okay, these they're
Love it.
they're purposely
love
misdirected. This
it.
is Andy Kaufman. It's a classroom of Andy Kaufman's.
Absurdist humor, man.
That was I need at least one from them that is like, okay, that is a
gem,
joke.
like
That
a
is
solid
gem.
I think the candy day was pretty funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that one
pretty.
was
That
pretty
was
good.
an anti-joke.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, that one worked.
Yeah.
I'll give it. That kid is going straight to the main stage of Flappers.
No Yoo-hoo room for you, pal. You go to the main stage.
You're going to be opening for Jay Leno. So that's our Caramilk show. We are out of Canada.
It's about time.
It's
It's about time.
We have finally smuggled ourselves back over the border, and boy, do we have a lot of Vicodin.
It's good to be home.
I got smuggled over the Canadian border, and all I got was this Vicodin. Oh, wait, I wanted the Vicodin. This is another new shirt we're selling. I'm with Stupid.
I'm with Stupid, who's also high in Vicodin.
So we'll see you in a few weeks for
Yeah,
who knows what.
I know. It's a mystery.
And enjoy your milky evenings, everybody.
Have a wonderful 4th of July.
Oh, yeah. Have a nice 4th of
yeah.
July.
Yeah.
4th of July. I'm going to be watching the entirety of John Adams.
Wow.
Oh, really?
That was I'm going to celebrate 4th of Last year I watched National Treasure and Jaws. This year I'm going to watch John Adams.
Is it because you want to look more like Paul Giamatti?
You mother.
American woman!